Did you know you could get arrested at the airport over everyday items you thought you were allowed? Airport spokesmen have stated that an estimated 99.9% of passengers found with prohibited items are carrying them by accident, and that's exactly what makes this list so terrifying. We're talking about things most people toss into their carry-on without a second thought. Items that look harmless, seem harmless, until security pulls you aside, and suddenly you're being questioned in a private room. In this video, I'll show you 15 surprisingly common carry-on items that can get you fined, detained, or even arrested. From gadgets that spark under pressure to self-defense tools you didn't realize are banned. And yes, a few things that have already gotten travelers in handcuffs at major airports. Stick around, because the final few on this list are the ones people still argue are safe to pack, right before security proves them wrong. Number 1. Glow sticks. They light up, they're fun for kids, and apparently, they're a crime waiting to happen. Most travelers have no idea that glow sticks actually count as a liquid. Yep, that glowing fluid sealed inside them falls under the same 3-1-1 rule as your shampoo or perfume. That means every stick would need to fit inside your tiny quart-sized plastic bag and be under 3.4 ounces each. Security scanners don't care that it's just for the kids. To them, it's an unidentified glowing tube of liquid that could leak or burst mid-flight. More than a few parents have had them pulled from their bags, and some airports even treat them like hazardous material if the liquid can't be clearly identified. So if you were planning to surprise your child with a glowing dance party somewhere over the Pacific, don't. Pack them in checked luggage or buy new ones when you land, because nothing kills the vacation vibe faster than explaining to TSA why your backpack is full of glowing evidence. Number 2. Creamy dips and spreads. Here's something that'll ruin your snack plans fast. Hummus, peanut butter, or any creamy dip technically counts as a liquid. Yep, TSA doesn't care that it's food. If you can spread it, squeeze it, or scoop it, it falls under the liquid rule. So that big tub of Nutella or guacamole? Gone. People argue with security about this every single day. They'll say, "It's not a drink, it's a snack," and security just gives them that look. The one that says, "Sure, and I still have to throw it out." If you really can't go without it, pack a small travel-sized container under 100 milliliters and seal it properly. Otherwise, buy some when you land. It's not worth losing your favorite dip to the confiscation bin. Number 3. Cooking spray and other flammable liquids. Here's where it gets a bit more serious. Anything pressurized or flammable is a big problem. That means cooking spray, lighter fluid, WD-40, spray paint, or even some hairsprays. They're all considered fire hazards. Most people don't realize just how sensitive those cabin pressure changes are, and these cans can leak or burst. Airport security takes that seriously. They'll pull your bag aside, ask what's inside, and once they see that metal can, it's gone. No warnings, no negotiations. If you need that kind of stuff for your trip, just buy it when you arrive. The rule's simple. If it sprays, it stays on the ground. Number 4. Protein powder. You'd think protein powder is the least suspicious thing you could pack, but it turns out airport scanners completely disagree. That innocent-looking tub of chocolate whey or vanilla shake mix can look exactly like certain illegal substances on an X-ray. And when security sees a bag full of white or beige powder, they don't assume you're hitting the gym. They assume they're about to fill out paperwork. Plenty of travelers have been pulled aside for powder testing, and it's not a quick process. You'll be sitting there while they swab, test, and question. Sometimes long enough to miss your flight. The easiest way to avoid that headache? Keep your powder in its original sealed container with clear labeling. Don't pour it into Ziploc bags or mystery jars. That just makes it look shady. If you're carrying a large amount, put it in checked luggage or just buy it at your destination. Because nothing says vacation stress like watching a security officer analyze your post-workout powder like it's evidence in a crime show. Number 5. Magic 8 Ball. You probably wouldn't guess that a Magic 8 Ball can get flagged at airport security, but it can. Inside that plastic sphere is a liquid, and that puts it under the same liquid restrictions as shampoo, perfume, or juice. The problem is, you can't exactly pour your Magic 8 Ball into a 3.4-ounce travel bottle and pop it in your clear bag. So when it goes through the X-ray machine, it shows up as an opaque ball filled with unknown fluid, and that's all it takes to get your bag pulled for extra screening. Most of the time, they'll confiscate it, but some airports might even run chemical tests just to confirm what's inside. All that over a toy. So if you were hoping to ask the universe whether your flight will be on time, maybe leave the fortune-telling to your boarding app. Number 6. Tent spikes. Here's one that catches campers and festival goers all the time. Tent spikes. They seem harmless when you're throwing your gear together. but airport security sees them as sharp metal weapons. And the rule's simple. Anything that can stab, puncture, or be used as a tool for harm is banned from carry-ons. So when that bundle of spikes rolls through the scanner, it's getting pulled immediately. You'll have two choices: toss them out or go check your bag. And if you're flying light with no checked luggage, that means goodbye spikes. Hello disappointment. People have tried all sorts of workarounds. Plastic spikes, taped ends, even hiding them in sleeping bags. But security catches them every time. Moral of the story: if you're heading to a festival, a camping trip, or even backpacking overseas, pack your tent stakes in checked luggage. Otherwise, your tent will be standing tall, just without you under it. Number 7. Can openers. Yep, a plain old can opener will get you stopped. Security treats anything with a sharp edge or blade as a potential weapon. That includes full-size can openers and even some novelty ones that look harmless. When a metal tool shows up on the X-ray with a blade profile, expect your bag to be pulled for inspection. Some folding, multi-tool, can openers that tuck the blade away might be allowed, but don't count on it. Rules differ by country and airline, and the person at the checkpoint won't be doing you favors. They'll either confiscate it or make you check your bag. If you need a can opener at your destination, pack it in checked luggage or buy one when you land. It's way less hassle than arguing at security and missing time you actually wanted to spend doing fun stuff. Number 8. Nail clippers with a nail file. Regular nail clippers? Usually fine. But the second that tiny nail file flips out from the side, you've got a problem. Most international airports treat attached metal files or pointed tools as potential weapons. It sounds dramatic, but that little file tip shows up as a blade on the scanner, and once they see that, your bag gets flagged. It's one of those things that depends on where you're flying from. Some US airports let them through, others don't. In Europe and Asia, they're almost always confiscated, and arguing that you just wanted to fix a hangnail won't change their mind. If you travel a lot, grab a nail clipper without the file or a plastic travel set that's clearly labeled TSA approved. Anything else is asking for a security delay over the world's smallest manicure tool. Number 9. Rechargeable batteries. Here's where things start getting serious. Rechargeable batteries. They're everywhere now. Cameras, toys, beard trimmers, even your travel fan. But not all batteries are treated equally, and a lot of travelers get caught out by this. If it's a lithium-ion battery, it's under strict rules. Anything over 100 watt-hours has to be declared, and bigger ones might not be allowed at all. Even smaller rechargeable batteries need to be packed correctly, usually in your carry-on, with the contacts protected so they can't short out. The biggest mistake people make is tossing a bunch of loose batteries into a bag. They can touch, spark, or even overheat, and if a fire starts on board, that's not a warning. That's an emergency landing. Security takes it seriously enough that some travelers have been fined or had their gadgets confiscated on the spot. So before you fly, check your batteries, look for the watt-hour label, and make sure they're properly stored. It's one of those tiny details that keeps you out of the security incident category. Number 10. Smart luggage with non-removable batteries. It looks sleek, it charges your phone, it even tracks itself. What could go wrong? Well, a lot, apparently. Smart luggage might be convenient, but airport security sees it as a flying fire risk. Most of these bags use built-in lithium batteries to power GPS tracking and USB charging ports. If the battery can't be removed, that's an instant red flag. Airlines now have strict policies. If your smart bag doesn't have a quick-release battery, it can't go on board. Not as carry-on, not even as checked luggage. People have literally had to dump brand new luggage just to make their flight. It's not about being picky. Those batteries have caused smoke alarms to trigger mid-air. So, if you're buying smart luggage, make sure it's clearly marked removable battery. Practice taking it out before you travel, because there's nothing smart about missing your flight over a suitcase that can't unplug itself. Number 11. Vapes and e-cigarettes in the wrong bag. Here's one that trips up travelers every single day. Vapes and e-cigs. You can bring them on a plane, but only if you pack them the right way. These devices use lithium batteries, which means they have to go in your carry-on, not your checked bag. Put one in your checked luggage and you're basically sending a potential fire hazard into the cargo hold, and security will not let that slide. Even if you pack it right, there are more rules. Some airlines make you remove the battery if it's detachable. The liquid must follow the same 100 milliliter rule and be in your clear plastic bag. And whatever you do, don't even think about using or charging your vape during the flight. It sets off the smoke alarms instantly, and yes, people have been arrested for it. In some countries, just owning a vape is illegal. Thailand, Singapore, the UAE, they don't mess around. So always check the rules before you fly, because something that's perfectly fine at home could get you detained overseas. When in doubt, leave it out. It's not worth explaining your vape to an airport police officer with zero sense of humor. Number 12, unregistered drones. If you travel with a drone, this one's for you, and you might not like it. Bringing a drone through airport security isn't just about whether it fits in your bag. In many countries, drones have to be registered with aviation authorities, even for tourists. If yours isn't, customs can confiscate it, fine you, or flat out deny entry, and it doesn't stop there. The batteries that power drones are often high-capacity lithium packs, which are under strict flight limits. If your drone's battery goes over that watt-hour cap, you could be told to leave it behind. Or worse, miss your flight while they sort it out. Places like Morocco, Egypt, India, and parts of Southeast Asia have completely banned drones without permits. Some travelers have been detained or banned from re-entry just for bringing one in. So before you pack that drone, check the laws of your destination and make sure it's registered if required. Keep proof of that registration and store your batteries properly in your carry-on, because while that sunset shot might be worth it, the airport interrogation definitely isn't. Number 13, items with hidden cameras or audio devices. This one sounds like something out of a spy movie, but it happens all the time. Hidden cameras, voice recorders, and other stealth gadgets might seem harmless or even fun, but security and customs don't see it that way. Anything that secretly records people can fall under surveillance equipment laws, and those are taken seriously. We're talking about things like pens with built-in cameras, glasses that record video, nanny cams, or even Bluetooth speakers that secretly store audio. You might have just bought it for a prank or for content creation, but in many countries, it's illegal to import or carry anything that can record without consent. People have been stopped at airports in places like the UAE, Saudi Arabia, and China for carrying these, even if they were switched off. At best, they get confiscated. At worst, you're pulled aside for a very long conversation in a very small room. If a gadget can secretly film or listen, don't pack it. Even baby monitors or novelty spy toys can trigger scanners that detect recording chips. Save yourself the drama. Leave the spy gear for the movies. Number 14, items with high-capacity lithium batteries. Here's one that's caused more flight delays than bad weather. Oversized lithium batteries. Most travelers don't realize these have strict watt-hour limits. Anything over 100 watt-hours has to be declared, and anything above 160 watt-hours is banned from passenger planes altogether. That includes some professional camera batteries, scooter or e-bike packs, and those heavy-duty power banks people buy for camping. Security scanners can actually detect battery size, so even if you hide it deep in your bag, it'll get flagged. Once that happens, your bag gets pulled, and you're having a long talk about why you tried to bring what looks like a mini generator onto a flight. The rule is simple. If the watt-hour rating isn't clearly printed on the battery, or if it's over the limit, it doesn't fly. Some countries will even fine you for trying to check it in. Before you pack, look at every power bank, battery, or gadget label. If you can't find the number or it's too high, leave it home or ship it separately. A few extra minutes checking can save you hours explaining why your carry-on started a fire drill at the gate. Number 15, weapons you didn't know were weapons. This last one is where most people's jaws drop, because we're not talking about guns or knives. We're talking about everyday stuff that's secretly on the no-fly list. Things like tactical pens, metal self-defense keychains, even certain belt buckles or sharp jewelry can be classified as concealed weapons. And it all depends on where you're flying. What's totally fine in the US could get you arrested in Japan, Singapore, or the UK. One traveler was detained for carrying a cat-shaped keychain. You know, the ones with the pointy ears meant for self-defense. She thought it was cute. Security called it a concealed stabbing weapon. No joke. Even things like metal chopsticks, heavy-duty flashlights, or multi-tools with blades can land you in trouble if they're in your carry-on. Ignorance doesn't count as an excuse. Airport security hears, "I didn't know," about 50 times a day. So before you pack anything that could be used as a weapon, even by accident, ask yourself, would I be able to buy this inside an airport? If the answer's no, it's safer to leave it home, because the only thing worse than losing your flight is losing it from a holding room.